It began with a conversation. Some little diner off a quiet road, middle of nowhere kind of place. I was talking to this older guy at the counter, the kind of guy who's seen some things. He told me about a stone, said it was carved, not recently either. Maybe Spanish, maybe something older. He wasn't sure what it meant, but he thought it pointed to something. Maybe treasure, maybe a story that's gotten buried. Then he surprised me. He said he'd take me there. No strings, just curiosity. So we went, left the pavement, headed out into that wide open land where the phone stops working and time slows down. And we found it, the rock. Carvings worn by wind and time, but still clear enough to raise questions. It didn't feel like an answer, it felt like a beginning. And that's when I knew I had to keep going. What came next? We're about to find out. Recently, while filming the episode 2 of Outer Range, I had my allergies act up really bad. So we tried to find the nearest local place where I could wash up, a restaurant. And while I was doing so, it sparked a conversation with an elderly gentleman that was in the place. And so he asked me what I was doing. I said we were out looking for signs of the ancient peoples that used to live in the area. And his eyes got a twinkle, and he's like, "Hey, I know where there is a Spanish rock, and I believe it was carved and it's signs from the Spanish." And we all know that anytime that you speak of the Spanish coming into the Americas in the 1530s, 1540s, it conjures up ideas of Spanish treasure, maps, things like that, and it's super exciting to think about. So he told me he wanted to tell me about that and would be happy to show me. Now, at the time, I didn't have time. I was trying to get back to my home. I said I'd reach back. So I did. Here we are now, and I have met back up with this gentleman. And he even went on to say, I know you were looking for signs of the ancients. Well, let me tell you about a cliff dwelling that I know about in the area. And he wanted to show me, but he had just had his leg amputated, and so he's kind of given me directions about how to get there and where this Spanish rock is that I want to check out and let you see. So that's kind of the setup for what we're doing today, and I'm ready and happy to have you along. Let's see what we can find out. Here's a map of Coronado's expedition from 1540, and he passed right through this region. Looking at the lichen growth on the rock, especially in this dry climate, it's clear this isn't recent, and that raises some interesting questions. Who do you think carved this? Second question is, could it really date back to the Spanish expeditions of the 1540s? Or is this something more recent? Is it even a marker Or is it something else entirely? And finally, has anyone seen anything like this anywhere else? If you have, or have an answer to any of these questions, let me know what you think in the comments, because this one has me thinking. Well, it's a good morning this morning. It's day 4, I think. Day 4. This little excursion that we're on, and I see my objective up there ahead. Well, I'm excited to see it. Way in the distance up there, I think you can see I'd call it a white slash mark in the mountain. And the slash mark from the upper side as it comes down, you'll see there's the dwelling right above it. And so we have a bit of a journey to make going up over here to your left. I'm going to go up the spine, and we're going to get up there and see what we can find. But yeah, this one's been a hunt, and wow, super excited though. But we found a lot of cool things on the way. I hope you've enjoyed it. But we're gonna go check it out. So this is definitely a cliff trail for sure. Some animal has been up here, but it's more like a bighorn sheep trail that follows around the edge of this rim. Of course, it also could be the trail of the ancients here. Look at these two abutments coming up out of the ground here in front. You can see the opening to the dwelling right in between them. Walking up this trail, going through this little saddle in front of me, looking at these rocks as I'm walking. Look at this. What do you think this is? It's broken. Huh. Look at that little circle there. And then there's one here. a size reference on to my hand. What do you think that could possibly be? Huh. There went something through the grass there, like a rat. There he goes. It was a big lizard. See him? Oh my. My. What is in here? Oh wow. Huh. Look at this area. Wow. No idea that this was even here. My son and I just came out of the brush here, and right up above us, right here, I mean, the ultimate defensive position. How great is this? It's worth it all to get to these places. Coming up out of here to get up to the dwelling, there's a cave at the bottom of this. This cave. Wow. Ceiling's black. It's like a perfect little bench back in here to sit. What a great alcove. Look at this. All the fires that's been burnt in this little place. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, looky there. Wait, I think it's time for a snack. I think this tree here explains a lot. We often wonder, how did they access some of these places like this? Because with some of this rock being hollow, this is not a good climbing wall at all. There's nothing solid here. But when you look at these trees, if they could have brought one up, if it was in the country that they were building the cliff dwelling in, look at these. So see the way this is done, this is done. It's like foot pegs. And had they had a really long one to put here, you could have had essentially a ladder that got you to the top and back down. I mean, a 15-foot, 20-foot tree, probably a 20-foot tree would get you up there just fine. And then as a defensive mechanism, it could also be hauled up to the shelf up top, and then there's no access. I mean, you just couldn't get up there. There's no ladder up here. It's complete. It's a rung ladder, a rope ladder. It's completely rotten. Has but you know, a lot of these places was explored early on by cowboys, ranchers that was out here that found places like this first before we ever even had the opportunity to look for them. So, but I just thought this was a good kind of makes you think, how did they do it? But I think this is a good explanation of possibly how they did. This cliff dwelling is yet another reminder that these weren't just homes. They were fortresses. Strategic, hidden, and nearly impossible to reach. And even now, centuries later, the challenge of getting up there only reinforces how crucial that inaccessibility must have been. I couldn't climb in this time. The old ladder's ropes were snapped. maybe saving my life in the process. If you can't reach it, you can't fall from it. But even from the outside, the questions keep piling up. So I'll keep searching, keep exploring, and on my next journey into the past, I stumble onto what might just be my greatest discovery yet. Hey guys, this is Nate with Outer Range. I sure appreciate you going on every adventure with me. Please be sure and subscribe. And when you subscribe, click the all button under the notifications bell, and then you'll know exactly when I release a new video.